It's the first play of the season, so I wanted something light, something that would make people laugh, and I wanted a play that had a decent number of roles for women. This has 12 roles, so 5 of them for women. One of them was a male police sergeant, so we simply turned the police sergeant into a woman, and we now have 6 and 6. The most important thing is to make people laugh. But there are 2 difficulties with scheduling this kind of play. The first is that where normally we like to give actors at least some time off, in a play like this, which involves virtually everybody all the time, it's almost impossible to build in absences for any of the actors. But there are occasions when we simply cannot be here, and then we just go ahead and we rehearse around them. The other difficulty with this sort of play is that it's very difficult to stop and start and to take very careful account of individual scenes. We have to get used to running scenes at great length. So my role very often is to sit back, watch them go, and then come in at the end of a long section, or even at the end of the act, and not make any comment, or very few comments, until an entire act has been run. The play does not break up easily into small pieces.
I'm Terry Southerington, and I'm co-producing It Runs in the Family with Rick Seifert. The production work is split. I'm basically supervising the costumes and the set. The responsibility of a producer at Mary Baldwin is basically to handle all the production details, anything that is not directly related to the actors themselves. From the costuming point of view, that means going through the play and deciding what kinds of things people are wearing, what we need, what we can find, what we can rent, what we can make. And in terms of the set, again, it's working very closely with the director to determine what set elements we need, and then working with students who are the actual people in charge of getting the things done.
I'm Rick Seifert. I'm co-producer of It Runs in the Family, and specifically I'm working with the students who are doing lights, sound, props, and a lot of the dressing for the set. The nature of the show is that we're staging against one end of our theater, which makes the lighting fairly simple because we're not shooting lights in a lot of different directions. From that point of view, the lighting is rather simple. It's a wash across the stage. We're trying to have a little bit of a different look in the exterior lighting since we can see out through the window. There aren't a lot of sound cues. With the props, it's not a lot of exotic props, but of course there are always a few stickers, and in this case they have to do with some of the hospital equipment that we have to go out to find. And with the set dressing, it's always easier to dress a set which is more or less contemporary. This play is about 15 years old, I think, and we've decided to put it into today. And so that hasn't been particularly difficult. I would say that the show is a little bit easier on me than certainly some of the more elaborate shows that we do for some of the period.
Yes, it is, and it's strictly for the use of doctors.
I'm looking for my mum.
Your mum?
He's been up here talking to 1 o'clock.
Ah, yes, well, there was a lady on her way out when I arrived. She probably was up with when he came upstairs.
If you want to talk to me, right? Are you a doctor here?
No, I'm not a doctor. No, I'm one of the patients, actually. Yes, I'm recuperating from gout and bile. Yes, and when you're recuperating, they like you. They like you. They like you doing the clerical work. Why not go and find your mother?
Drop.
He's off whispering about it. It's all right.
It's all right. Your mother said a few words to your father, then she easily died. Mom? Died?
Sure. Right, did we all are?
Mom spoke to Dad and Dad.
Very peacefully.
That rotten bastard's killed my mom. Steady, up, steady. Hell, the number 34 bus. You killed my mom with the number 34 bus? No, it was an accident. Some bloody accident, the murdering swine. Okay,
Dad, my knees are knocking.
I'm really bad on the time. Yes, maybe it's from left at 12 o'clock.
I finished the job like 10 years ago.
Told me what?
You ever wonder why I left the hospital so suddenly? Without even saying across the bar?
I was expecting what?
What we did? What do you think I was expecting?
A raise.
I went to the hospital. I was saying. Yes.
To confide in you. Now, I'm only going to say this one. You can quite fast to it. Nurse Tate. Mrs. Ladd, don't interrupt, please. Sorry. That's all right. Just listen. Nurse Tate is that young boy's mother. She said she had no family. That was a little white fly. He's her illegitimate son. Illegitimate? Never been married. Never been? Well, what about the married and the lady? Rubbish. Rubbish. What about her second husband? Mr. Nesbitt with the gout. Rubbish. And his father? Piles of rubbish. She's never been married at all. The boy is a result of a liaison between Nurse Tate and the young doctor at this hospital 19 years ago. Oh, that surprises you, does it? Well, you better hold very tight then. The boy's father... Yes? You. Me? Yes, you. But I promise you, Tate, I never did anything like that.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Norton, and I'm the stage manager for It Runs in the Family. My name's Jennifer Langer, and I'm going to be assistant stage manager for It Runs in the Family. Hello, my name is Sarah Barlow, and I am the lighting designer and master electrician for It Runs in the Family. Some of the responsibilities for being a stage manager for this show include making sure that the rehearsal space is clear and making sure that all the rehearsal props are there for the actors. I also paste together the prompt book, which is basically the Bible for the show. It has every cue, all the actors walking where they move on stage, has all the light cues, the sound cues, everything in it that we need for the show is included in that book, and I'm responsible for pasting it and getting it ready and following along it as the show progresses. I'm also responsible for making sure that the actors and the director have conversation and communication so that they know what's going on with the show, and if there's any special announcements, I make sure that those get channeled between not only the cast and crew and the director, but the actors, just kind of make sure everything gets together. My responsibilities in this show are to make sure that everything runs right when Lindsay's not here. And anything that Lindsay needs done, she'll tell me, and I'm just supposed to do it. Like I have to make posters that say, quiet, show in progress. I have to put glow tape up and make sure all the actors have everything that they need that haven't been done by propster. And I'm also key lines. My responsibilities include designing a light plot, hanging the lights, and figuring out what types of gels that will be used in the lights. I work with the director and the producer to figure out what type of mood this play needs and to see how I can achieve this mood using different types of lights and gel colors.
My name is Sarah Mackey, and I'm sound designer for It Runs in the Family. My responsibilities for this show include making sure that all the sound effects on and off stage are reproduced and that the music for pre-show and after the show is played.
My name is Geddes Tobiashvili, and I'm the costume designer and the costume crew chief for It Runs in the Family. I'm supposed to design the costumes for the show and also be in charge of the construction of them. And after I'm done constructing them, I turn them over to Sarah Young, who's the costume maker.
I'm Amy Johnson. I'm the makeup crew chief for It Runs in the Family. This is the first time I've ever worked with a production before, so I'm new to all of this. But I hope that all goes well. I'm excited about working with the cast, and I hope it's going to be a real experience. My name is Morgan Albert. I'm the set crew chief for It Runs in the Family. It's different for me to be the set crew chief because before I've been on stage and I never really got to work with building it. I did a little bit with Agnes and I got to paint and that was fun, but the set was not as elaborate. But here, working with the set and building it, it's like building a little world, and then you get to sit back and watch the world run through its courses.
Hi, my name is Wendy Barnes, and I'm the box office manager and the publicity chairperson for It Runs in the Family. I am the box office manager, which means that right now I'm trying to get all the season tickets in order. We've had several season ticket orders come in. Before we can sell tickets for any other show, we have to get all those in order. And then pretty soon, probably tomorrow, we'll start selling ticket orders for this show, It Runs in the Family. And then during the show itself, I'll be in charge of setting up the box office, making sure that everybody gets their tickets, making sure that all the coffee and stuff is out during intermission, making sure that we have ushers and box office workers during the week and things like that.
Hi, my name is Snow. I'm scenic artist designer.
The scenic artist designer is responsible for painting the backdrop of the set. The backdrop of the show is a city scenario which can be seen through the window.
My name is Charles Culbertson, and I'm playing Dr. David Mortimer in the British comedy It Runs in the Family.
Hello, my name is Erin Tavscott, and I'm playing the character of Sister in It Runs in the Family.
My name is Honor Johnson, and my character in the play is Mrs. Rosemary Mortimer.
I'm Mike Lafferty. I'm playing the part of Hubert Connie.
I'm Kristen Williams, and I'll be playing the mother in It Runs in the Family.
My name is Geddes Kobias-Feely, and I play Sergeant Connolly.
I'm Mike Bayvada, and I'm playing the daft bugger, Dr. Michael Connolly in the show.
Hi, I'm Patrick Bednarchuk, and I'm playing Bill in the play this evening.
Hi, my name is Storm Moran, and I play the role of Sir Willoughby Drake.
Hi, I'm William Lott, and my character in this show is Leslie.
My name is Laura Hawks, and I'm playing Matron in the show.
Now let us hear what the actors have to say about their characters.
Well, I think as a physician and head of the neurology department at St. Andrew's Hospital, David Mortimer is an intelligent man. I think he's sophisticated, although as the play progresses, the preposterous and unsophisticated situations he finds himself in certainly makes it hard for him to stay sophisticated. I think he probably has money, not above a little tax evasion. And the one thing we're certain of is he's not above the occasional extramarital affair, which is something the entire play sort of hinges on.
I'm a nurse who is in the hospital, and pretty much I run some of the wards in the hospital. And I don't get along with Matron very well, because I'd kind of like to have her job.
Rosemary is a very interesting woman. She's very independent, I think. She's a doctor's wife, but I think she was of the aristocracy originally, so she probably married below herself. She's very concerned with society and the social functions that her husband does. She gets the money from Dr. Connolly, and of course tells him that David will pay him back. That's some indication of her character. She's very strong-minded and strong-willed also. I think she keeps David on somewhat of a short leash, if she can.
Well, Dr. Bonnie is a very serious person. He's not married, he's been a bachelor, he's in his mid-40s. And he doesn't have much of a life except his mother. So I'm sure it's very controlled.
I think the script describes the mother as a woman of 80, small but energetic, something like that. She's just found out that her son, well, she thinks he's been secretly married, and he has an illegitimate son, and all of this is supposed to make her terribly upset, but instead she's all excited and happy because she finally has a grandson.
Well, Sergeant Connolly doesn't seem to get at anything. Everything just seems to go right over her head. She's, well, I mean,
doesn't get anything. She doesn't understand that the matrons are really two men and not two women, and kind of stupid.
Well, Dr. Connolly is a houseman, which means he's a resident in the English terms, and so I'm the youngster of the crowd, even though I don't look it, but I guess we'll have to pull it off. Kind of strange, and my most important factor is I'm trying to put on the Christmas pantomime in the midst of all of this action, and have a lot of fun.
My character is about a senile little old man who wheels himself around in a wheelchair and makes sarcastic comments and has a good time, which lends itself to the action in the play.
Sir Willoughby Blake is a pompous traditionalist who is rather upset with the new way of doing things around St. Andrew's Hospital, and is pretty upset with the foolishness that's going on at this point in time.
Leslie is a disgruntled punk who's just turned 18, only to find out that his father really didn't die in a climbing accident in the Himalayas, as his mother had told him all his life, but that his father is alive and well and working in a hospital in London and is a doctor. So Leslie goes out to find his dad and confront him.
Matron is a very haughty-taughty type character. She thinks she's God, and she thinks she runs the hospital, and but when she gets drugged, she's pretty tipsy and pretty funny, so she knows how to let loose.
At a technical rehearsal, actors and technical crews coordinate their efforts. It is quite longer than a regular rehearsal. It requires a lot of repetition, stopping, starting, and explaining. Please bring your sweetest temper and your finest patience. A dress rehearsal is treated with the same respect as an actual performance. Actors are in full costume and makeup. A few guests may be present. It is important for the actors to cooperate with the costume mistress who takes notes on problems with costumes.
I think I'm going to be very nervous. I hope that I don't hurt myself any more than able to. I hope that nobody kicks me in the head, and that things go well and that I don't slip and fall on the floor. That's what I really hope, that I don't really damage myself.
I expect that opening night is going to be the usual combination of excitement over actually bringing to fruition. We're working on for a long time, coupled with the panic that set in around the question, do I really know what I'm doing? And most importantly, do my fellow actors, especially Michael Lafferty, have any idea how to portray the role that we've been working at for so long?
Get in here, you!
He's coming up the range! You're wasting city!
Get away from me!
Hey, you stupid,
How would you get away? How's the thing going on? Money! Don't you know? I walk a million miles over a million miles. Oh, found Dad.
Oh, I'm so happy for you both!
This is fantastic. We're reading next. Oh, I see that. Hello, Dad. And so, at a time when the world is looking to the medical profession for guidance, for assurance, for higher standards of techniques and professionalism, dedication and learning, I ask you, my fellow neurologists, my colleagues from far and wide, Australia, Canada, Pakistan, Bulgaria, I ask you to recall the words of the Hippocratic Oath.
All call that turkey and you tell that butcher to save his mistakes for surgery. Oh, good morning, Dr. Quarterback. After a mince pie?
Well, I'm busy, Connolly.
Oh, aren't we all? Only 3 days to Christmas, and we're just starting rehearsal for the pantomime. I say, did Sister Henderson leave a set of Victorian costumes here for me?
I'm trying to learn my speech, if you don't mind.
Oh, is that your Father Christmas speech for the patients?
It's my lecture for the conference this morning.
Oh, that.
Commonly, it may interest you to know that my fellow neurologists from as far afield as Iceland and Japan consider it worthwhile making this journey to London.
I should think they do. All expenses paid in a week at Savoy. Oh, here we are. I say, what time are you on?
12 o'clock.
Oh, an hour and 14 minutes to high noon. Good luck.
Thank you.
You know that?
Yes.
Well, with 200 neurologists out there, I wouldn't worry. You won't go short of tranquilizers.
For higher standards of techniques and professionalism, and dedication and learning, I ask you, my fellow neurologists, my colleagues from far and wide.
Sorry to trouble you, David.
Rosemary, darling.
Can we change for the parking meter?
Yes, well, I'm trying to learn my speech.
Sorry, sweetheart, but I'm double parked. Oh, good morning, Dr. Connolly.
Morning, Mrs. Mortimer. Are you here for the lecture?
No, you bet. Couldn't miss my husband's big day now, could I?
Yes, well, your husband's big day will be a fiasco if I don't know my speech.
Last night you knew it backwards.
I say, that would be a novelty. Care for the mince pie?
No, thank you.
Oh, they're very good. Made by the sister in charge of contagious diseases.
I'll wait till Christmas Day.
Connolly, have you any change on you? Rosemary, you're rather early, aren't you?
Oh, Sir Willoughby said something about you and I welcoming the delegates into the lecture hall.
Oh, couple of quid, okay?
Lovely. David will pay you back. Oh, and if I don't get another chance, darling, good luck.
Thank you, darling.
It'll be wonderful.
Thank you.
Are you nervous?
Yes.
I'll see you in the lecture hall, Dr. Connolly.
Oh, I have more important things to do than that.
Thank you, Connolly.
I'm rehearsing for the Boxing Day pantomime.
Ah, well, that is important, of course. Are you in it this year, David?
In what, darling?
The St. Andrew's pantomime.
Probably the only thing I'm interested in at the moment is my Ponsonby election and 200 fellow neurologists.
Actually, darling, I think your 200 neurologists would be happier if you gave them the pantomime instead of the lecture.
Why don't you wave that thing and disappear, huh? My fellow neurologist. Oh, God.
Morning, Mike.
Oh, morning, Dr. Bonnie. Are you all right for today's rehearsal?
Oh, I'll be there. Thought I'd come up and wish you luck.
Ah, thank you. Thank you.
Big day, eh?
Yes.
Yeah? Yes!
But with 200 neurologists out there, I won't go short of tranquilizers, will I?
You need a tranquilizer?
No. Hubert, I'm trying to learn my speech.
I'll let you get rid of this.
Thank you.
I say, are you trying to memorize the whole speech?
Yes, I'm trying to.
Finding it hard enough remembering my lines for Dr. Colley's melodrama. I'm the villain all the time, right?
You are indeed.
I have to come up to Matron. She's the heroine and say, ahoy in front and avast behind. Are you sure to be glad?
Oh, Belter.
I don't quite see why.
Shouldn't you be on your rounds, Hubert?
Just finished. What a day, hey? Never thought when we were students here you'd be up on the rostrum one day delivering the Ponsonby lecture.
Well, if you don't stop nattering, I won't be delivering anything.
Let's get with it then.
Thank you.
Would you like me to make you a nice cup of tea?
No, thank you, Hubert. But here's your Father Christmas hat. I don't suppose you could cope with him and play the part of a dead body?
Just take your costumes and go.
Well, I wanted to get a real dead body from the mortuary, but Dr. Saunders wouldn't have it.
Excuse me, gentlemen.
Oh, people are in and out of here like a stomach pump.
Oh, we are a grumpy Father Christmas, aren't we?
This is the doctor's common room.
Correct, and I'm taking a shortcut.
Of course, quite right. Don't apologize, matron.
I wasn't going to.
Hey, is anyone we know?
The patient's Christmas present.
Oh, very good then, I'll help you.
Thank you, Dr. Bonnie. We're keeping him in the mortuary until Christmas Day.
And don't forget, matron, rehearsals are about to commence.
Rehearsal.
For Dr. Colley's melodrama.
Oh, I haven't got time for that.
Major, perhaps you could tell me the significance of ahoy in front and avast behind.
I hope I'm not going to have to explain all the bad jokes to Dr. Bonnie.
Only either be quiet or go and rehearse.
Oh, my, this is so masterful. Is Dr. Mortimer anywhere?
Oh.
Who are you, sir?
Oh, Dr. Conley, sir, one of the housemen.
Is that the headgear you'll be wearing this year?
Oh, no, Sir Willoughby. We're just rehearsing for the pantomime. Can I interest you in a minute's time?
Yeah, but I need to speak with Dr. Mortimer.
Well, I may take this opportunity to wish you a very happy Christmas.
Clear off.
I don't suppose you'd like to play the part of the fairy?
Good morning, Sir Willoughby.
Yes. Now, Mortimer, I don't believe I have to impress upon you the importance of the Ponsonby lecture.
Certainly not, Sir Willoughby.
Don't interrupt, please.
Sorry, sir.
As chairman of the board of governors and former head surgeon for Fernandez, I do believe that I'm in a unique position.
Oh, you most definitely are, so do sit down.
A unique position when it comes to the selection of the Ponsonby lecture. Now, I don't think it comes as any surprise that you were not the first choice for that role.
Well, I'd heard rumors I wasn't top of the list.
You were blackout. Yeah, but beg your chance to choose against my advice. Neurology was a designated topic this year. And you are our senior specialist, but ipso facto, you're delivering the Ponsonby lecture.
And I won't let you down, Sir Willoughby.
Well, I'd help you if you do. Are there any references in your speech to the current government?
Oh, no, definitely not, sir.
Well, put them in, you damn fool!
All right, any references in particular?
Complimentary ones, for God's sake. The junior health minister will be here, and we need a new scanner.
Right, complimentary references it will be, sir.
And the poverty.
Poverty, right.
But don't let those overseas medicos think that we're hard up.
Right, not hard up, but plead poverty.
And be brief. Neurology and numbers, right? Come by my office in about 5 minutes. I think I've just got this speech.
Yes, Sir Willoughby. Thank you very much. 5 minutes. Most kind.
You know, this lecture could mean a step up to head physician.
Of course, I hadn't allowed myself time to think that far ahead.
You damn liar. It's a well-known tradition here at St. Andrews that the Ponsonby lecture is almost a direct link to knighthood.
Knighthood?
Where do you think I got mine?
I've often wondered that.
5 minutes, Mortimer.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. 5 minutes.
My fellow neurologists, we are fortunate in this country to have sufficient funds to maintain a robust and vigorous health service. However, I see we have the junior minister for health in the audience, and, well, for him, I'd like to plead poverty. Now, although I must be brief, I would like to compliment the current government.
Excuse me.
Oh, good heavens.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is the doctor's common room.
I know.
The patient's waiting room is downstairs in the main hall.
But it's you I came to see, Dr. Mortimer.
Well, the receptionist will make an appointment for you, but I'm afraid you'll need a note from your GP.
It's me, Dr. Mortimer. Jane.
Jane? Oh, good heavens. Nurse Tate!
Sorry, I didn't mean to give you a shock.
Yes. No. Well, I mean, good heavens.
But it has been a long time. Over 18 years.
Don't look a day older.
Oh, well, I suppose that's why you recognized me right away.
Well, no more than a day, and you were always the prettiest on the ward.
Oh, you said that to all the nurses.
Nonsense. You were the prettiest, and as far as I was concerned, the most efficient.
As far as you were concerned, I was the most accommodating.
Miss Tate, I don't do what we did with all the nurses.
Oh, only some of them, eh?
Miss Tate, Jane, I'm a very happily married man.
You were a happily married man 18 years ago.
Well, yes, I was. And I still am. Anyway, to the best of my recollection, you were perfectly willing.
Oh, I know. He was all terribly naughty and romantic, rolling around on the sluice room floor.
Well, grand seeing you after all this time.
Oh, I've got to sit down. My knees are knocking.
Oh, listen, I'm worried about the time, actually. You see, I'm delivering the Ponsonby lecture.
I should have told you 18 years ago.
Told me what?
Didn't you ever wonder why I left the hospital so suddenly? I mean, without even saying a proper goodbye.
Oh, I remember thinking it seemed a bit abrupt.
I was expecting.
Expecting what?
After what we did, what do you think I was expecting?
Couldn't have been a raise.
I left the hospital to have a baby. Yeah.
A baby?
Oh, it was my fault, really. Stupid. Imagine a nurse getting herself pregnant.
Oh, hardly brilliant for a doctor, either. You mind if I sit down?
Can I get you anything?
You mean like a cigar? Oh, my God, I can't sit down. I've got to meet Sir Willoughby Drake in 5 minutes. Oh, God, and my wife will be here at any moment. Oh, my God, my wife. This is a hell of a... Might not be mine, you know, Miss Tate.
It is. There wasn't anyone else.
Oh, good.
Oh, I so nearly told you at the time, and then I thought, well, why make a mess of his life, too? I mean, you were young and ambitious and hoping to specialize.
Oh, Miss Tate, this is a very, very busy morning for me. Why have you suddenly decided to tell me after all this time?
Because of Leslie.
Leslie?
That's our son.
He's a little boy.
Well, he's quite a big boy now.
Yes, I suppose he would be, yes.
Well, you see, I'd always told him that his father's name was Tate, and that I was Mrs. Tate.
Good.
And that his father had died 17 years ago when he was a little baby.
Excellent.
Climbing the Himalayas.
Himalayas?
Well, I thought it would be nice for the boy to have a picture of his father as a romantic hero.
Fine.
And then yesterday I told him the truth.
You did what?
Well, it was his 18th birthday.
That was his present?
No, but, well, see, I'd come round to the idea that when Les turned 18, he really ought to know the truth about his father.
Oh, Miss Tate.
Well, I didn't tell him it was you exactly. I mean, not my name.
What did you say exactly?
I told him that I'd had an affair with a young doctor here at St. Andrews when I was a trainee nurse, and that he was already married.
Well, that was all right then.
No, it wasn't. You see, I didn't realize what it would mean to Les. Oh, I've never seen him like this before. He went on and on about it yesterday, laughing, crying.
God.
And as it was his birthday, we'd had champagne, and, well, I don't think that helped.
But you never actually mentioned my name.
No. Oh, but he was in such a state this morning. You see, he couldn't sleep last night, so he'd taken some pills. And when that didn't work, he finished off the champagne.
Good God.
And then he'd washed it all down with a half a bottle of gin.
Champagne, gin, and pills?
Yes.
Well, if you'd done that 18.5 years ago, we wouldn't have this problem today.
Well, he was hysterical. He thinks it's all your fault.
My fault?
For deserting me and leaving him fatherless.
I never even knew about that until 5 minutes ago.
Well, he's confused.
He's confused?
Oh, I wish you could have seen him. I mean, he got up this morning and really should have made him stay in bed because he's only got his learner driving license.
Learner driving license?
Yeah. Well, see, he said he'd made up his mind to come to the hospital and find out who his father was.
What?
And before I could stop him, he jumped in our car and off he went.
Good God.
And I got in a taxi and followed him.
Wretched boy.
And he's downstairs in reception.
Reception?
Oh, don't you see? Instead of his father's bones lying in some crevice halfway up the Himalayas, you're actually here, alive and available.
Oh, no, I am not. I might be alive, Miss Tate, but I am not available. I'm delivering the Ponsonby lecture at 12 o'clock.
Oh, well, just be for 5 minutes.
I can't. That beats Willoughby Drake in 5 minutes. Now, give me your phone number. I'll try to ring you this afternoon.
That won't do.
It'll have to do. Now, get Leslie out of the hospital.
I can't.
You must.
I can't. Downstairs with the police sergeant that arrested him.
Police sergeant?
Drunk in charge, driving while unqualified, exceeding the speed limit, no insurance, and assaulting an officer.
Ah, David.
Not now, Hubert.
So Willoughby, excuse me. So Willoughby says you'd like to see you at home.
Yes, I'll be with him in a baby. I mean, maybe I'll be with him.
I think he wants to see you before the lecture.
Oh, go tell him I'll be right there, please.
I'm a bit bored at the moment. Stop to call me melodrama. Ahoy in front and a vast behind. Can't explain the Shakespeare thing. What happened? It's Nurse Tate.
I beg your pardon.
Surely it's Nurse Tate.
Yes, it's Nurse Tate. I didn't know you knew
Didn't
her.
know I did. We were all together. You two were always laughing about.
Well, I don't know that we were.
Just playing silly tricks on one another, in and out of the snooze room. Marvelous, wonderful to see you.
Wonderful to see you too, Dr. Bonnie.
Nurse Tate, super. Jane, wasn't it?
That's right.
Yes, Nurse Jane, lovely. Oh, this is a wonderful Christmas present she's given me.
Yes, she's given me one, too.
So how long's it been?
18 years.
18 years.
And 9 months.
Well, she's here for...
You're here for business.
Pleasure,
Business.
yes. Half and half. See, she came to wish us a happy Christmas, and, well, that was the pleasure. The business was to see if we had any vacancies, which we haven't.
Oh, we're desperately short of nurses.
Young nurses, yes, but I've explained that, haven't I? No vacancies for old nurses. Well, sorry you have to dash. Stop off in the main hall on your way out and take your little basket with you.
Now, surely she can stop and have a Christmas drink with us.
She doesn't drink.
Well, if I remember in the old days, she did.
She did a lot of things in the old days she's regretting now.
The parties we used to have. Well, we got bound time with the baby, didn't we? So I guess you've managed to hook yourself a handsome husband.
Well,
Yes, she has, actually.
Oh, and what's he do for a living?
He's dead.
Oh, dear.
Jane doesn't want to talk about her private life. It's very sad. She's just told me that her husband fell while climbing the Himalayas.
How tragic, and when?
A long time ago.
Oh, and do you have any...
No, she doesn't. She's told me the whole story. She has no children, definitely not a son. No family at all. She's had a rotten life. She told me the whole story and brought tears to my eyes.
Oh, dear.
Yes, well, you'll be late for your rehearsal. Off you go, Hubert.
You should stay for David's lecture.
yes, I was just thinking the same thing, actually.
And then she remembered that she can't. She has to do some Christmas shopping for the family.
I thought you said she didn't have any family.
She has lots of friends who've become like family, eh? Give me your phone number.
674-3501.
3501.
What about Leslie?
I'll ring you as soon as possible.
Well, what about the sergeant?
I'll ring him as soon as possible. No, wait. What does he know so far?
Well, in the first place, it isn't a he, it's a she. And she doesn't know anything except what Leslie's told her, that his father's a doctor here in the hospital.
Good.
But she doesn't care who Leslie's father is. She wants to take him down to the police station for a breathalyzer test.
That's a good idea.
And Leslie says he has the right to be accompanied by his father.
Bloody know-it-all.
So the sergeant sent me up here to see if you were available.
Well, I'm not available. And you tell Leslie that if he doesn't accompany the sergeant to the police station, he can get himself arrested. And if I make a mess up of my Ponsonby lecture, it'll be thanks to Master Leslie. Thank you, Mrs.
Leslie. How nice to see you again, Mrs. Leslie. Darling. How are you? Darling, this lady is Mrs.
Leslie.
Leslie, yes. and this is Mrs.
Mortimer.
Mortimer, yes. Oh, what have you been up to, darling?
I've been parking the car.
Wonderful, darling. Keep it up with you. Oh, well.
Are you in the staff here, Miss Leslie?
No, actually.
No, she's not. She's visiting. Her husband. He's a patient here. Mr.
Leslie.
Leslie, yes. B ward, isn't it?
Oh, yes, B ward.
B ward. Darling, you see, Mrs. Leslie was on her way home when she suddenly developed palpitations in the corridor. When I say she developed palpitations in the corridor, I mean she was in the corridor when she developed palpitations.
I know what you mean, David.
Dr. Normal. Sir Willoughby, be with you in a nap. Happy to be with you, sir.
You said 5 minutes.
Yes, indeed we did, Sir Willoughby.
That was 10 minutes ago.
This is Mrs. Mortimer.
I know, Mrs. Mortimer.
Oh, good morning, Sir Willoughby.
Yes, and this is Mrs.
Leslie.
Leslie, yes. Well, this is the chairman of the Board of Governors, Sir Willoughby Drake. Yes. Well, Willoughby, we had a bit of a problem here, Sir Willoughby. Mrs. Leslie developed palpitations in the corridor. Now, but as I said, it's nothing to worry about.
Oh, I'm getting less worried by the minute.
Let me get you a drink, Sir Willoughby.
I don't need a drink.
Yes, well, I think I've got the speech thing just about all worked out. The political angle and all, achieve a nice balance of bankruptcy on the one hand and poverty on the other.
Mrs. Mortimer, perhaps after your husband has dealt with the palpitations in Mrs. Leslie's corridor, you'd bring him by my office so that we might discuss the Ponsonby lecture.
Why don't you take my wife with you and discuss it with her first, huh?
You weren't as nervous as this when you left the house this morning.
Now, it's come on me rather suddenly. And you seem to have recovered very nicely. Let me see you to the lift.
What about the sergeant?
Sergeant. Well, you'll just have to tell the sergeant that your husband will have to miss this year's Army reunion. Yes, Mr. Leslie. Mr. Leslie is definitely not up to it. I'm sorry, darling, but you see, Mrs. Leslie wanted me to give her a second opinion on Mr. Leslie's condition. She's lost all confidence in the doctor here.
Which doctor's that then?
I beg your pardon?
Who is her husband's doctor?
Dr. Barney.
Hubert.
Yes, Hubert.
I can assure you that Dr. Barney is most competent.
Oh, see there, that's what I told you.
You can see him for 5 minutes.
You discuss your problem, whatever it is, with a sister on the wall.
I don't want to discuss it with a sister.
Don't give in, especially in front of my wife. She has a delicate disposition.
You see Sir Willoughby about your speech. I'll take Mrs. Leslie back to B ward.
No, that's not a good idea.
And if we can't find a sister, we'll have a word with Dr. Barney.
No, she doesn't want to see Dr. Barney.
He's in charge of her husband.
She's lost all confidence in Dr. Barney.
Nonsense. Dr. Barney is an extremely able physician.
Dr. Barney is a nincompoop.
Somebody call. Oh, good morning, Miss Mortimer.
We're busy, Dr. Barney.
I'm just after a black hat for the visit. Oh, just in here. Good.
She's very upset about her husband.
I'm sure she is.
Yes, we all are.
Mr. Leslie?
Mr. Leslie, that's so.
Yes, he's in B ward.
Who is? Mrs. Leslie's husband.
Mrs. Leslie's husband's dead.
That was cruel, very, very cruel. What was? Delivering the news like that.
Yes.
No, don't sit down.
Oh, no, I think I'd better sit down at least until I'm recovered from the news.
Oh, no, sitting's very bad when you've had a shock. What you need is fresh air. Lots of it, and quickly, eh?
What's happened?
Her husband just died.
I know, he fell in the Himalayas.
Oh, God.
Well, where?
In the Himalayas.
How on earth did he get there?
I don't know, climbed, I suppose.
He was in St. Andrews 5 minutes ago.
Who was?
Don't be so dense. You with Mrs. Leslie's husband.
husband. I think there's been a slight bit of confusion here, but you see, Mrs. Leslie's husband did die, tragically, in a mountaineering expedition to the eastern Himalayas. And that was her first husband. Her second husband, Mr. Leslie,
Our second husband.
is at this moment a patient in our hospital. Oh, yeah, so anyway, the good news is that the lady's husband is not deceased, but is recuperating splendidly.
Thank heaven.
Yes, and now you can leave St. Andrews with a light heart and a little basket,
So that's what you were doing here this morning, visiting?
Yes, visiting, and visiting hours are finished.
I thought you'd come to see us.
Well, she did. She would, wouldn't she? I mean, we're her husband's physicians. I mean, well, Hubert is.
Emma.
Leslie,
It doesn't matter what ward. Rosemary, oh, Hubert, we can't expect you to remember the names of all the patients you're responsible for.
You're very good with names. Leslie. What's he in the hospital for?
Mrs. Leslie tells me that they brought him in for tests and we decided to operate.
He was admitted for tests?
Yes, nothing serious. Suspected gout.
And we operated?
Yes. For piles.
He was brought in for gout?
And we obviously discovered he had piles as well. We're very thorough here, Dr. Bonnie. Now, stop making such a fuss, for God's sake.
Dr. Conroe? No, I'm afraid... Wait, hang on just a second. Hey, it's our reception downstairs. They're asking for Mrs. Tate. It may be for you.
Yes, hello?
I thought her name was Mrs. Leslie.
Yes, this is Mrs. Tate speaking.
Well, it is Leslie. You see, the fellow who came a cropper in the Himalayas was also called Tate. So, sometimes she's called Mrs. Leslie, and sometimes she's called Mrs. Tate.
Oh, are you telling me that Nurse Tate's first husband was also called Tate?
Shut up, Hubert. Yes, you see, but before she married Tate, she was also a nurse called Tate.
That's a hell of a...
Shut up, Hubert.
Yes, I'll hang on to her.
Listen, you shouldn't be taking a private call with here, Mrs. Leslie.
The sergeant wants to talk to me.
Talk to her downstairs.
The sergeant?
Yes, the sergeant who wants her husband to go to the army reunion.
And he's called at our reception?
Oh, yes, she's very keen, yes.
Yes, I am, but there's been a bit of a bother up here.
You mean you didn't tell Mr. Leslie that he was in no fit condition to attend regimental functions?
No.
Leslie's getting agitated again.
Well, you'd better get him out of here, hadn't you?
Leslie?
Yes, that's her little dog.
Well, you just look out for him until I get down there.
Yes, he's neurotic, apparently.
Yes, I'm on my way. I told you Les would crack up.
Well, you better go and comfort him, hadn't you?
Les?
Yes, sometimes she calls the dog Les, and sometimes she calls the dog Leslie.
If you're called Leslie, isn't that rather confusing?
Only when my husband whistles. So you definitely won't see him then.
Dr. Mortimer's a physician, you're not a vet.
Contact as soon as possible. See the little fellow later.
Really, David?
Well, one must put oneself out occasionally, Rosemary. Now, whatever you do, don't bring the wretched little mongrel up here. After all, what does the sign say outside the hospital, Dr. Bottom?
St. Anne.
No, it says no dogs allowed.
Dr. Bonnie will see you to the left.
Yes, and no father.
Right this way, my dear.
He's probably going to go berserk. You realize that?
Have you ever thought of castration?
Yes, that's a good idea. There's just so many fathers than live, Dr. Bonnie. Then dogs obviously vicious.
What an extraordinary woman.
Yes, wasn't she just? You think she'd be more concerned about her sick husband than about the wretched dog? But, well, darling, let's go have a word with Sir Willoughby, and then I must prepare myself. 200 neurologists.
Excuse me, Dr. Mortimer. Sir Willoughby Drake says he wants you to know he's getting very cross.
We're on our way, matron.
Matron, what do you know about Mr. Leslie? Leslie? Yes, we believe he's in B ward.
No, it's none of our concern, Rosemary.
Leslie, I can't say the name rings a bell.
Never mind, matron.
We don't want that woman making trouble. She looks as though she could be as neurotic as her dog. Dog?
Go about your business, matron.
Matron, could you check, please? Mr. Leslie was brought in for gout and was operated on for piles.
He was brought in for...
Gout, yes.
And we operated for...
Piles! Don't tell me you've never heard of piles, matron. A varicose condition of your rectum?
Come in!
Oh, I was looking for Dr. Watermore.
Not here, sister, and I wouldn't bother him now.
But he's Father Christmas, and he'll need a list for the patient's presence.
See him after the Ponsonby lecture. He's in a foul. What do you know about a Mr. Leslie?
Leslie.
Patient B ward.
Don't recognize the name.
Dr. Mortimer wants to see him.
Well, what's he in for?
Don't really know. Gather or pile. Take a pick.
I'll see what I can find out.
Where's my jacket? God, what do I look like?
A varicose condition of your rectum.
Poverty, bankruptcy. No. Doctor's common room. Miss Tate, what are you still doing here? What do you mean when you got down there, Leslie wasn't? Gone looking for you. How did he get away from the sergeants? Good Lord, kicked her in the where? Oh no, well I haven't seen a young man up here, but let me rephrase that last remark.
Is this the doctor's common room?
Yes, and it's strictly for the use of the doctors.
Well, I'm looking for my mum.
Your mum?
She's been up here talking to one of the doctors.
Well, there was a woman on her way out as I was coming in. She was probably going down the lift as you
Are
came
you
up.
a doctor in this place?
I beg your pardon?
Are you a doctor here?
No, I'm a patient, actually.
A patient?
Yes, recuperating from gout and piles and... And when you're recuperating, they like to do a little clerical work.
Rotten swine!
Take it easy, young man.
He's a rotten swine!
Who is?
My rotten dad.
No, he's not, no.
How do you know?
Well, I just know Dad's orange rotten.
Mine is. I'd like to thump in one.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would. I'm not leaving until I've seen every doctor in this hospital.
Oh, let's go find your mother, eh?
I feel sick.
Oh, God, up you come. Come on now.
Well, I feel sick.
Listen, if you're going to be sick, you'll be much happier with your mother, eh?
I want to see my dad.
I'll take you to the lift.
I didn't mean it really about thumping him.
Just let go of me, for God's sake.
Longer you
This is private. Come on, get a grip on yourself.
I feel sick.
Oh, Matron, it's all right, Matron. He's just a bit upset, that's all.
Upset?
Yes, but it's all right. His mother's in the hospital.
What ward she in?
I'll deal with it. It's my dad I'm looking for.
What ward he in?
I'll take care of it, Matron. Part of my recuperative clerical course, you understand?
Recuperative clerical? Well, actually, I came back to apologize for my rather offensive remark just now.
It was nothing.
It was very crude.
Well, apology is accepted.
Thank you, Doctor.
Hey, she called you doctor.
Yes.
I thought you said you were a patient.
Well, I am. I'm a patient who's a doctor of divinity. Yes, you probably don't know what that is.
A clergyman.
Oh, that's right, a clergyman recuperating from gout and piles.
Well, why aren't you wearing a funny collar?
Well, I'm unorthodox. Let's go find your mother, eh?
I'm not going anywhere until I see my dad.
You can't stay here. The doctor's common room is private, unless you're recuperating.
I don't care.
Don't take that bloody attitude, my child.
Oh, David, who's it?
Oh, he's just lost his mother.
Here, what did she die of?
Never mind.
The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away.
Never mind. Help me get him up, will you? You
leave me alone. Tell the vicar to leave me alone as well. Vicar? Yeah, get someone to put him back to bed. Losing his mother's obviously affected. It's my dad I've lost. And not him as well.
He's just mislaid his father, that's all.
Thank heavens, two parents in one day would be awful.
Well, I wonder if there's a sister here that could get him out. Perhaps so. Let me see. Sister?
Yes?
I'd like you to get this man out of here, please.
Well, I'm here to ask you about the patient's Christmas present.
Yes, about the patient's Christmas present.
Yes, Dr. Mortimer.
Oh, no, Dr. Mortimer is not here.
I beg your pardon,
Dr. Mortimer is not here. Dr. Mortimer was here, but he's not here now. He's enjoying his Christmas holidays.
So the patient's Christmas present.
Yes, we'll have to ask Dr. Mortimer when we get back, won't we? Now, off you go.
Oh, and I can't find Mr. Leslie Meadwood.
Tell Dr. Mortimer all about it when he gets back, won't we? Now, off! Are you feeling all right, David? No, I'm not, Doctor. And the sooner I'm allowed to return to the comfort of my bed and the sanctuary of my ward, the better off I will be.
The comfort of?
My bed.
Sanctuary?
My ward. Help me get him up.
Hey, yes. The Lord give it in the Lord.
Oh, shut up, you.
What on earth did you do for Professor Willoughby?
Why, nothing.
Well, he said you can forget about any assistance from him on your speech, and if you make any mistakes in your lecture, God help you.
Well, that's fair enough. Now, why don't you go have a seat in the lecture hall, eh?
He doesn't start for another... Who's that?
Oh, he's all right.
His mother's just gone.
You!
There. The Lord give it.
I want to see my dad. Oh, for God's sake, for God's sake.
My dad's here somewhere. I know he is.
Yes, you must be comfort to your father now.
Just leave these matters to us. I mean, well, leave them to Dr. Bonnie, eh?
Was she a patient?
Who?
The boy's mother.
No, she was DOA.
DOA?
Dead on arrival.
What a morning! What did the poor woman die of?
Hit by a number 34 bus in Camden Town.
Oh, I think I feel sick.
Oh, God.
Oh, that would be good for him. Get me to the bathroom.
No, listen, Rosemary, I must ask you to leave these hospital matters. Come on, Dr. Bonnie, we're rehearsing.
He's the filling up my teeth.
His mother just died.
Oh, so sorry to hear that, Dr. Bonnie. Because he must have had a few that he didn't dinner, eh? You are putting on a bit.
His mother.
Oh.
Became DOD.
DOA.
Could you get him in one of the wards? Come on.
No, don't be silly. Get him into the bathroom.
Have a mince pie over there?
He wants to be seen.
Well, this will bring it on a tree.
Oh, I want to see my mother.
It's all right. She's in better hands than ours now.
Thank you, Rosemary.
She's gone downstairs.
She'll be up there somewhere.
No, she won't. The vicar definitely said she'd gone downstairs. He needs his father here.
No, he does. Yes, I do. Probably in the mortuary with his mother.
Is your father somewhere in the hospital?
Yes, he is. Mom was just up here now talking to him.
Talking.
That was before she passed on. But I thought she was DOA. Well, she was, but apparently one of the doctors gave her the kiss of life, and she came to just long enough to say a few words, and then she expired again, permanently.
Hey, what are you lot whispering about?
I think it's all right.
Yes, it's all right. Your mother said a few final words to your father, then she quite peacefully died. Mom died? I think he's in shock.
I think we all are.
Mom spoke to Dad and died?
Very peacefully.
That rotten bastard's killed my mom!
No, it was a number 34 bus. My mom was a number 34.
It was an accident. Some bloody accident, the murdering swine. Okay, lad. Rosemary, tell Matron to get a syringe filled with Lordac. 50 milligrams. No, wait a minute. Make it 100 as quickly.
Oh, I feel sick.
Come on to that, man.
Ignores her for 18 years, then hits her with the double-decker. My father.
Oh, shut up.
He'd probably like to kill me, too. I'm going to go and have it out with this.
Steady. I think we might need Dr. Mortimer's help.
Right here.
Well, Dr. Mortimer is here. I keep telling everybody that, but nobody pays any attention to me, eh? Is Dr. Mortimer okay? Well, yes, he is as far as I know, but he's not prepared to work overtime. It's as simple as that. Come on.
How the hell did he get hold of a double-decker bus?
way up here. You were supposed to be keeping her occupied. All right, say, just stay down there.
Mrs. Baltimore asked me to prepare a syringe for a neurotic use.
Excellent.
This is highly irregular. I haven't seen his medical card or anything.
Just do as you're told, Mason.
Matron can turn ugly.
Well, there's no answer to that, is there? He's in there with Connolly, eh? He's being sick right now.
You don't think 100 milligrams is a bit much, Doctor?
I'd like to give him 1,000.
1,000?
Just give him the injection. 100 milligrams won't kill him.
He's in a state of shock, you see.
He doesn't need a diagnosis, Hubert.
Mother came in DOA.
DOA?
Hit by number 34 bus. Give him the injection, you old bat. Anything left over, give it a matron.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Sergeant. Dr. David Mortimer, may I help you?
Master, a young man, sir.
Any particular young man. Will anyone do?
Particular young man. Age about 18, medium build, spiky pink hair, wearing an earring.
Anything distinctive about him?
Well, he's a bit of a state, sir. To do with his father.
Ah, well, what does his father have to do with St. Andrews, Sergeant?
Well, the boy has some convoluted story about his dad being one of the doctors here.
No!
Yes, his mother's down at reception, too.
No!
Yes, the boy wants to find his father, but from what I can gather, the medico's not keen to be found.
Well, I haven't seen a young man appear, Sergeant. It's been a very quiet morning so far. But if I do see an excitable youth, I'll be sure to get in touch, eh?
I wouldn't advise attempting to apprehend it, sir. He's just gone and kicked me up the arm.
Oh, dear. Well, anything I can do for you, Sergeant?
I don't think so, sir. I'll get back down to reception in case the lad's mother's got it.
There you go.
Keep still!
You don't want anything! I'm sitting on him!
That's me, Doctor!
I think we need...
Still rehearsing, eh, Dr. Bunny?
Rehearsing?
Yes, we need card sketches. What is it, Jack the Ripper? That's always the favorite with the patients. You know, a horse runs and a bar's behind. Oh, it's Mother Goose. Well, I'm sorry I can't be of any further assistance to you, Sergeant.
Say good morning, then.
You said it very well, Sergeant.
I've heard about you, Davy.
Join the club. Give him the
Dr. Baltimore?
You're supposed to be down there keeping an eye on that sergeant.
Well, I'm not wearing that leg.
Leslie is fine. He's flying out to the window. What?
A young man who's just lost his father.
No!
He said he's not coming back in.
God!
He said he's staying out there and doing what his father's doing.
Stop the young man.
What's the dog got to do with it?
You, man!
Please send for the police. Why? What
No,
happened?
we don't need the police. We're perfectly capable of dealing with an unbalanced youth.
Well, he's certainly not balancing very well at the moment. I'll get that soldier right here.
No, we don't want her up here again.
Leslie's life is in danger.
There's a dog.
Shut up! It's awful to come out.
I'm sorry, matron. Stop and keep him talking.
And who are you, madam?
I'm the boy's mother.
Mother?
Oh, God.
Yes, there's a sergeant running around down there somewhere. Get him to come up to the doctor's common room right away. It's an emergency.
But the boy's mother was brought in DOA.
The boy's mother is H-E-R-E.
Hubert, I think the time has come.
For what?
To confide in you. Now, I'm only going to say this once, very rapidly at that. It concerns Miss Tate.
Mrs. Tate.
Don't interrupt.
Sorry.
That's all right. Just listen. Miss Tate is that boy's mother.
But you said she had no family.
That was a little white lie. He's her illegitimate son.
Illegitimate?
Yes, she's never been married.
Never been? What about that man who fell in the Himalayas?
Rubbish.
Oh, her second husband, the one with his gout.
Rubbish.
And his piles?
Piles of rubbish. That young lad is the result of a liaison between Nurse Tate and a young doctor in this hospital 19 years ago.
God.
That surprises you, does it?
Certainly does.
Well, hold on very tightly then, because the boy's father is you. Give it me. Yes, you.
No, I promise you, David, I never touched Nurse Tate.
Well, I know you didn't, but I can't own up to it, can I, you fool?
I mean, it's fair to you, eh? You own up to it?
Oh, Rosemary would make my life utter hell. The Ponsonby lesson would go up in a puff of smoke. I could certainly kiss goodbye to being named head physician of St. Andrews, and As for a knighthood, well.
Hang on a second. Are you telling me your father that Lafferty then?
Well done, Hubert.
Given us take.
You put two and two together very well, Hubert.
My whole world's turning upside down.
Yes, well, mine's not too steady either.
The boy doesn't even appear to know you.
Yes, well, you see, all he knows is that his father was a physician in this hospital 19 years ago, and that his father still works here. You filled the bill perfectly.
This is one tiny exception. I didn't seduce her, State.
Well, you would have if you had half a chance.
So that's not the point.
I can't own up to it. Now I've already told him that I'm a clergyman recuperating from gout and piles.
What?
Well, if you're going to tell a lie, tell a whopper. Anyway, you've got nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose?
Well, you're not delivering the Ponson election at 12 o'clock, are you?
Well, maybe not.
You're not likely to be named head physician of St. Andrews, are you?
Yeah.
And you're not even in line for an American Express card, let alone a knighthood.
No, that's happening. I've already got an American Express card.
The most important thing, Hubert, you don't have a wife to worry about.
I've got a dippy old mother to worry about.
Dippy old mother. My wife is out there stalking the corridor.
Well, my mother's the one stuck in the turkey.
If Rosemary finds out about this, it'll be more than turkeys that get stuffed.
There's no good reason for me to adopt your son.
Look, it's only for an hour or so. All you have to do is introduce yourself to them.
What's the dog got to do with it?
Forget the dog. There is no dog. The boy's name is Leslie.
Oh, the same as the fellow with the gap.
That was Mr. Leslie, only there is no Mr. Leslie. Erase Mr. Leslie, Mr. Tate, the dog, the number 34 bus, the dead mother, erase them all from your mind. Right? The boy's name is Leslie, and all you have to do is introduce yourself to him as his long-lost daddy, and then accompany him to the police station.
Police station?
Yes, that's some small thing about motoring offenses.
Good God.
And after my speech, I'll tell Leslie the truth.
You will?
Yes, piece of cake.
The hell of a thing to ask.
And my letter to the hospital board will be in the post by this evening.
What letter?
Recommending you for the position of Dean of the Faculty.
Dean of the Faculty?
Dean of the Faculty.
That's bribery.
Your diagnoses were always spot on, Hubert. Please, I'm desperate.
Well, we don't even know if the table go along.
But you have no alternative.
I can't do it.
Oh, nonsense. You're a stalwart of the St. Andrews Operatic and Dramatic Group.
This is real life. I'll never give it
Oh, of course you'll get by with it. It's only for a half an hour.
No, I really can't.
Nothing can go wrong. Hubert, you're my only chance.
Well, can't you ask Dr. Conley to do it?
Don't be dumb. Conley was only about 7 years old when Leslie was born.
I'll have to think about it.
There's no time.
Well, there's certainly one of the older doctors.
Oh, there's no time, Hubert. You're the only one who can help me.
John O'Reilly.
Well, he's the only other one.
Matron.
No, Matron can't be the boy's father. You fool. It's... Good God. What the...
He's got the syringe! A dirty thing!
Get away from me.
Get away, I said.
I told you to get away.
I've been injected with 100 milligrams of Longevity!
Dr. Conley, where are you going?
You're a doctor. Conley, you are a doctor. Some other doctor. Why, for God's sake? I can't stand height. Jane!
Leslie, darling! Leslie, darling!
Mommy!
Mommy's here! He's going berserk!
I can see that.
What idiot told him I'd been hit by another 34 bus?
This idiot did. Now get in here, you.
Dr. Mortimer.
Dr. Mortimer, you are perfectly at liberty to ignore the suggestion that I might be of any other assistance to you in your lecture.
Thank you, Sir Willoughby. No help required.
But it is now 11:38.
Oh, I make it 11:37.
And the first of the delegates are beginning to arrive for your lecture.
Yes, and they're in for a damn good one.
I'm slipping! I'm slipping!
Bonnie. Thank you for fixing the draft. Let me get you a drink, Sir Willoughby.
Never mind the drink. It is customary for the Ponsonby lecturer to welcome his fellow physicians.
Yes, well, I don't think I hold with that.
Oh.
No, I'm the star of the show, and I don't think I should be seen before my big entrance.
Well, I see. So you want a big entrance, do you, Dr. Mortimer?
Oh yes, and a fanfare.
You idiot!
Oh, nothing's happened. Very quiet morning.
I got a message from Miss Kate to be up here urgent.
Oh, yes, well, it was urgent, but it's not urgent now.
About her farm young lad, wasn't it?
Yes, she's talked him into accompanying her to your police station.
West End Central?
Yes, West End Central. Oh, they left, 5 minutes ago.
Walking back the right way then, sir.
Very good. You'll find him meek as a kitten.
I'm falling!
I'm Molly. Not again. What am I to do? I can't help it.
Oh, very good, Dr. Barney. Very good. Still rehearsing, you see. Now, thank you for all your help, Sergeant. You can return to West End Central.
Mommy! Mammy! The sunshine beams. But I know where the sunshine is. Don't you know? It's a little bit. I'm off a million miles for your smile, Mammy.
Oh, Paul McCartney. Very good. Well, the pantomime's on Boxing Day, Sergeant. Do stop in.
No thanks. Christmas is a busy time for the force, so I'll get back to the station then.
May the force be with you.
Hold on, Matron! Will you?
That's a silly question.
Don't fall, will you, Matron?
Go down to the floor below and see if you can grab Matron from underneath. Right. Matron, if you can kick out the window on the floor below.
Did you say grab her from underneath?
Hurry up!
Excuse me, Dr. Mortimer.
Yes, sister.
Well, Matron asked me to find Mr. Leslie. We found him.
Leslie?
Only he was in C ward, not B ward. Hello. Down the pile, just old age.
Matron is hanging on by her fingertips, sister.
Well, Christmas is always hectic, but she mustn't give in.
Get out!
I'm going to have my own room at last.
Excuse me.
You've given me a private bar.
Excuse me. Help is on the way, Matron! Jane, listen. In the corridor outside, there's a hose reel. Get it for me, will you?
You're not going to handle with it, are you?
Try to pull her in. Go get it.
Don't leave me alone with the picture.
Something.
Shut up, you horrible... Well done, you man! Good cat! Haul her in! Haul her in!
Put Matron on! Good God! Where is she?
She went over the edge.
No!
It's all right. Dr. Bonnie caught her. They're on the floor below. Go give them a hand, eh?
I don't know how Matron feels, but I'm feeling rather queasy.
All right, you, get in here.
I'm not going anywhere until I've seen my dad.
Your dad's very busy being a hero right now.
A hero?
That's right. Now get in here.
That's my father.
That's right. He just caught Matron.
That funny little man's my dad.
Yes, I said. Now come in here.
Dad! great. That's great, really amazing. That's fantastic. Really great. I found it.
Have a cuddle. I'm broad-minded.
Let's go find your father. It's all right. It doesn't matter now.
Mom, I found Dad.
Oh, I'm so happy for your father.
Isn't it fantastic?
A treating matron for cuts and bruises.
My hero. Hello, Dad.
Hello, son.
I say, is my room always going to be this crowded?
Somehow I knew he'd be brave.
Right? Who?
My Dad.
Dad? Dr. Bonnie?
Oh, I love that name, Bonnie. My Bonnie Dad.
What have you been telling him?
Well, Dr. Bonnie asked me to tell him that he's Les's long-lost father.
And we feel fantastic, don't we, Dad?
Well, they feel fantastic. Now, why don't you pop off down to West End Central Police Station? The sergeant's waiting for you, eh? Come on, Dad.
Why don't you say something?
I've nothing to say, madam.
Hubert, say something.
Hubert. My dad's name is Hubert.
My name's Bill, by the way.
Dr. Hubert Bonnie. We've got so much to learn about each other, haven't we, Dad?
Hubert, I can't let you.
Can't you see how happy the boy is?
No, happy's just not the word.
You want him to be happy, don't you? Just look at the pair of them. Well, look at Leslie anyway. Hello, hello.
Here's the lady brand new.
Yes, order a taxi for Dr. Bonnie. Now, it's for best for the moment, I promise you.
Who's best?
Leslie, you don't want him to have a relapse, do you?
Relapse?
No, 2 minutes will not do. This is an emergency. Listen. If they won't go in a taxi, they'll take an ambulance, right?
Why should I have a relapse? There isn't any more I should know, is there, Dad?
No, I think that's enough for one day, son.
Well, look, if you're worried about you, Mum, in the past.
No, it's more me, Mum, in the future. Dr. Bonnie will see you all down to the taxi.
There's so much I want to know about the family, Dad. I feel like a book with the first couple pages missing.
Yes, well, the first couple of pages are always terribly dreary.
I mean, for instance, I've got a whole new set of grandparents, haven't I?
Yes, your father will tell you all about them. Now, off you go.
And I must have got cousins, too, all over the place.
Very distant. Goodbye, everybody.
Can't you see what it means to me? Cousins. I've got their genes.
We'll have them cleaned and sent back. Go!
I want you both to know that I'm very together now. I'm really, truly, blissfully happy.
There you are, they're all happy.
Oh, I'm not happy. And I'm sharing this room with everybody.
Oh, thank you. Now, here we go.
Hey, David, what's happening up here?
Why, nothing quiet morning so far.
David, Mason fell out of that window.
Oh, that.
And your lecture's due to start in 15 minutes.
Oh, yes, well, I'm sorry I won't be able to see you off.
Oh, and I hope your gout files clear up, Vicar.
Have they found your father yet?
Oh, yes.
That's lovely.
Yeah, but he can't tell you who it is.
Is he going to look after you?
Oh, yeah.
But he can't tell me who it is.
No, nobody can.
Yes, I can. It's him. Do I get a prize?
You get a prize, all right?
Wait a minute. Dr. Bonnie is your father.
Well, I didn't say anything, but look at the profile.
Yes, listen, there's a logical explanation for all this. Why don't you take them down to the police station, eh?
Police?
Don't even ask, Rosemary.
Well, don't forget to take your little basket with you. I beg your pardon.
Hey, don't talk to my mum like that.
I'll talk to her. Your mum? I thought your mum has unfortunate accidents with number 34 bus in Camden Town.
Oh, yes. Hello, Dr. Carlton, room. Yes. Excellent. You're all going in the ambulance.
explanation for it.
Hubert?
Don't ask me, ask the vicar.
There's only one thing that bothers me. Number 34 bus doesn't go to Camden Town.
Right, off you all go. Come on, Dad. Don't hang about. Blow coat. Don't be cheeky to your father, Leslie.
I thought Leslie was the dog.
Never mind, Rosemary.
Funny imagine that young lad having the same name as me, Leslie.
Right, off we go.
Wait a minute. Are you Mr. Leslie?
Oh, yes, I hang on to that. My friends call me Bill. Do you know why?
No.
Because it's my name, that is my name. Oh, but you can call me Mr. Leslie.
Right, off we go now.
Wait a minute. Is that funny woman in red Mary's sister?
That's right.
What funny woman in red?
Mrs. Leslie.
The lady who just left.
Was that the wife?
She's been visiting you this morning?
Has she? Oh, I thought she walked out on me years ago.
Well, she came back to apologize. Now let's go, Leslie.
David, how does Dr. Barney fit into all this?
Oh, not very happily, I can tell you that.
I must say, the little woman's worn amazingly well.
Right. Wish me luck, darling, eh? Oh, my God! What in blazes are you doing back up here? The suspense is killing me, Hubert. Hubert, come in! Bad news. Is it about your son? Hmm? Darling, you'll have to tell Sir Willoughby Drake I'll be another 3 minutes.
Really?
Yes, well, Hubert is my oldest and dearest friend, and he obviously has a problem.
David, we'll all be waiting for you.
I know.
Well, what can I say to that man Drake?
Tell him the Spaniards are coming.
Well, it's as good as anything else. Go ahead. You're supposed to be down at West End Central Police Station.
Leslie.
What about him?
Well, we're getting ready to get into the ambulance for that toilet grabber.
She's supposed to be in the station, too.
Apparently she saw Matron and Leslie out on the window ledge. She says Leslie can be charged with attempted murder or attempted suicide or both.
Well, that's all right as long as they get Leslie out of the hospital and down to the police station.
No, they're holding Leslie in our security office until Matron can be questioned.
Matron?
Yes, the sergeant's waiting for Matron to be released from casualty so she can make a statement.
Oh, hell.
Her arm's in a sling and she's got a concussion.
Well, she won't feel like helping Leslie now, I can tell you that.
But what about me? Leslie's down there telling everybody he's found his long-lost weak body dead.
Oh, shut up.
Everybody in the hospital's going to think I followed an illegitimate son.
Just be grateful they think you can father anything. Now, listen. We must make sure that Matron is not questioned by the sergeant.
How do we do that?
We must find somebody to take the part of Matron.
How do we do that?
I don't know. The inspiration hasn't struck yet.
All right, let's get cracking on this rehearsal.
I think it's struck.
This business with Matron has thrown me right out of gear. She was going to be the heroine in our melodrama, so I had to step in. What say? This isn't the wife, is it?
No.
I'm looking for someone else to play the part of the dead bugger now.
You can have him in a minute. Conway, old lad. Yes, sir? How would you like to do Dr. Barney a favor?
I'm a bit rushed at the moment.
£200 in for you.
Oh, not all right, rushed, actually.
Like to dress up, don't you?
Well, I fancy I'm pretty good at it.
Really? Good. Why, you're magnificent, especially female parts.
Well, I fooled some of the people some of the time.
It ain't work. Necessity is the mother of invention. Now, where do you suppose you could get hold of a matron's outfit?
Matron's outfit, laundry, I suppose.
Ah, excellent.
Are you thinking of introducing me as some sort of matron character into the melodrama?
Something like that, yes.
And for this you'll pay me £200?
Plus a bonus if you pull it off. Now, I'll meet you in the laundry in half a minute.
Oh, terrific.
You can't ask Conley to impersonate Matron.
Oh, he's perfect. Conley has decidedly female features.
Yes, but he's got predominantly male fixtures.
Hubert.
It's awfully nice of you to lay on all this entertainment for the wife and me.
Hello, security. Dr. Mortimer here. Listen, I hear that you have a police sergeant down there in your office. Well, could you ask her to come to the doctor's common room? Tell her that we've arranged for Matron to be here for questioning.
We're in enough trouble as it is.
Yes, yes. And tell her to be nice and private, and they can relax over a Christmas tree. Now, you call Casualty and tell them to keep Matron down there as long as possible.
If Mother gets to hear this, it'll kill her.
Well, nothing else has managed to polish her off. I'll go and fill Connolly in and bring him back. Good luck to you, Hubert.
Thank you. Good luck for what? What have I got to do?
Make sure nothing goes wrong.
Well, I'm not going to be here.
Yes, you are. You're Leslie's father. Now listen, when Connolly comes in here and says he was on that ledge for a bit of Christmas fun, you agree with him.
Connolly, he wasn't out on the window ledge.
Connolly's going to be matron.
Good morning, Moore.
Yes, Sir Willoughby.
I'm waiting to introduce you, Doctor.
5 minutes, Sir Willoughby. 5 minutes.
Get out here.
Yes, I must make a little visit to the laundry first.
Much more distant, we'll all have to make a little visit to the laundry.
Why, isn't this great? Who's the lady friend? It's Daddy by your side.
Look, this is Dr. Barney. His matron's still there. Good. No, don't let her go. Don't let her go. I wanted to have every available test. Yes, yeah, the heart, kidneys, lung, bladder, bowels. Yeah, thorough. Make it thorough. Take your time. Bye.
Come in, whoever you are.
She'll be up in a moment.
Well, I think maybe you should get back to that son of yours, Dr. Bob.
Is Leslie playing up again?
Well, his mother's coping as best she can, but this could be some serious business for Lansing.
I assure you this is all a big misunderstanding.
Well, we'll see what your matron has to say first.
I don't think you'll have to worry about me.
Apart from the fixtures, of course.
Mr. Leslie's one of our long-term patients. Would you like to go back to your ward, Mr. Leslie?
Certainly not. I prefer this private room any day. Trouble is, my wife turned up unexpectedly.
Has she?
And would you believe it? There's no bed.
We'll sort that out, Mr. Leslie.
Well, she went out just now.
Who did?
There's some dead. My wife. You took her out to there just now.
Oh, Mrs. Leslie.
Well, you can send her back up when she's ready. She looks in pretty good nick, you know.
No, she's downstairs in our security office. As I was saying, Sergeant.
Excuse me, Doctor. Is the lady downstairs married to that gentleman?
I think so. Yes.
Well, I somehow assume that because you and the lady were the boy's parents, I mean, you are the boy's father.
Yes.
Well, so he's the boy's stepfather.
Yeah, but I wouldn't worry him with that right now.
He's certainly got himself an attractive young lady wife.
Yes, I have it, just.
You've done very well for yourself, sir!
I started off at 13 behind the counter, you know.
It's not always with us. Comes from marrying a younger woman.
I thought it made you go blind. Well, the goings on at St. Andrews have got coronation straight and fixed.
As I was saying, Sergeant, relations in this hospital are a little strained at this moment.
Mine is pretty straightforward, it happens.
Your what?
My relations in this hospital. My young nephew's on the staff here.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, you probably know it. Dr. Connolly.
Dr. Connolly's your nephew?
Yeah, my brother's like a bit of a daft bugger.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Always up to some sort of tomfoolery.
Excuse me. Body to Mortimer. Emergency. I need to get in touch with Dr. Mortimer.
What for?
Prescribed the wrong treatment.
The wrong treatment?
Yes, for matron's condition. Mayday.
Dr. Mortimer said something about drink.
Oh, yes, of course. And I suggest you have a large whiskey.
I'm on duty, Doctor. I have a forward.
No. That's your argument.
I have a small one.
Yes. Excuse me. Body to Mortimer.
What the hell is going on out here?
Oh, there you are. Thank God.
But Sir Willoughby was in the middle of introducing me to the delegates when your stupid voice came over the yelling emergency.
Yes, Sergeant Connolly. Right, Sergeant Connolly.
You're supposed to be giving the sergeant a drink.
And I am getting Sergeant a drink. Aren't I, Sergeant Connolly?
Give the sergeant a drink then.
Oh, I wouldn't say no to a small dozen.
emergency. What's the matter with you, Hubert?
He prescribed the wrong treatment.
Thank you, Sergeant Connolly. I was telling Sergeant Connolly all about that. Wasn't I, Sergeant Connolly?
Stop shouting, Hubert!
I wasn't shouting Hubert, I was shouting Sergeant Connolly.
I say, I found my own way back.
Yes, well, I've got to get back to my lecture. No, you have to give Sergeant Connolly her soda. Oh, forget.
Oh, right. Say when, Sergeant.
Say when, Sergeant Connolly.
Say when, Sergeant. Come on!
Oh, Lord, I did. Sorry, give the cloth. You look at the cloth.
I do apologize.
All right.
No, why? Here, take this. Wait, what a thing to do to Sergeant Connolly. Dr. Connolly's arm. Take this.
How could I ever go?
Listen, I'm terribly sorry. I've been working off long hours this week. He's had 6 operations in practice.
Did they all survive?
Did they all survive? Oh, for God's sake! Give me that. I'm sorry. He's been working terribly long hours this week.
How many operations has he performed? When is your matron coming?
Yes, where has that damn woman got to, eh? Dr. Bonnie, why don't you go and see if you can find the matron? Find the matron and the matron. That was a damn silly thing to do.
It's great, wasn't it?
Was I shouting?
Where's Dr. Bonnie gone?
He's been called away on an emergency. Didn't you hear his beeper go?
No.
Marvelously silent, aren't they?
Look, if your matron isn't coming, I will find you in casualty.
No, she is coming.
When?
Oh, that's a damn good question. Listen, I've got to go and find a matron to bring and get a matron.
And Dr. Baltimore!
It's all on the national health, you know. Oh, well, it's all right. It's not an inside job.
Has anyone seen Dr. Baltimore, for heaven's sake?
Well, he's probably gone for a refill.
A refill? Gone to find matron. Matron?
What's everybody playing at in this hospital? What a sports! Where you got to? Is that the long, thin idiot or the short, schizophrenic idiot?
Some kind of emergency, Mr. Willoughby.
There certainly is. I've now delivered 3 versions of my introductory speech.
Oh, dear.
Not one word upon the election. The delegates are now on their second coffee break.
I'll go and keep the junior health minister happy.
It's not a matter of keeping him happy, but of making him happy.
Leave him to me.
Oh, I say. If the long, thin idiot doesn't come back, I'm awfully good at making funny speeches. Oh, I don't believe it. I like the squirty bit best. How about you? Edie, you ever go?
Oh.
I wonder what they've got laid on for us next.
Oh, you must be matron.
The matron.
Sergeant Conley, where...
Don't get too close. There's gangrene in the hospital. Haven't had time to wash my hands yet. Well, that's Sergeant. Sorry, Sergeant. We surprised each other.
Oh, I can see that. Hey, nobody told me there were going to be 2 matrons.
Yes, nobody told me either that you'd be questioning the other matron. Yes, well, you see, that's ear, nose, and throat matron. Well, I'm surgical matron. But what's old ear, nose, and throat told you, eh? Oh, I was about to confess. Oh, you mean about the lad on the window there? Yes. It was all a misunderstanding. Kissing a cuddle.
Matron, I witnessed the incident. You were struggling with the youth.
No, not struggling. Cuddling. You see, I must confess I had a wee too much Christmas punch and it went straight to my loins. Yes, Connie. What are those balloons up top?
My matron, I still don't understand.
And you won't be preferring any charges against the young boy, will you?
I better have a word with your vicar first.
Vicar?
Well, yeah, the lad said there was a vicar present during the whole incident.
No, did you see a vicar, matron surgical?
No, we are no.
Yes, there was. A clergyman will go and file.
Well, I'm going to the vicar a minute. He's a patient, I gather.
You better do it. Boy, give me a nose and throat.
This is real important, is it, Sergeant?
The sooner I see the vicar, the sooner I'll be on my way.
Bring him back here. Well, I know she explained the situation.
Oh, I still don't understand.
Don't get too close, so I've been in the typhoid wing all morning.
Typhoid?
Yes, but it's under control now.
Good.
I don't know about the Legionnaires' disease, though.
Matron, I still don't understand what causes her if you end up with your arms in slings.
Well, what do you think?
I think you couldn't find any balloons.
Matron, you were about to tell me how you injured your arm?
Yes, well, I got that in the second session.
Second session?
Yes, what you witnessed that on the window ledge with ear, nose, and throat. That was the first session.
Well, I still don't understand.
I'm a bit puzzled as well. Be quiet, you. It's time for your enema.
Matron, are you saying that both you and your nose and throat were trying to seduce the young man?
That's right. And I saw him first.
Top of the morning to you, Sergeant. McGarry.
Morning, vicar.
Come in, Vicar. Join the congregation.
I wouldn't get too close, Sergeant. Me piles are starting to spread.
Oh, this is an unhealthy hospital.
Hey, yes, my son. My daughter.
That's where the sergeant would like to corroborate.
The sergeant can speak for herself, matron. Can you corroborate or verify that the lad had no criminal intent during the incident you witnessed on the window ledge?
Yes, early.
There we are.
Right then, I've closed my investigation and take the boy down to the police station.
How did you very much, Sergeant?
And matron, could you have Dr. Barney meet us in reception?
Yes, I'll put out a call for Dr. Barney.
We'll make it an urgent call then.
Oh, it'll be urgent, all right.
And you let Dr. Barney worry about your stepson!
Yes, I will. Let us pray.
Why didn't you tell us you had an aunt on the police force? Well, I didn't think it was relevant. Oh, bloody fool.
It's all right. The matron's just starting off the third session.
I'll never forgive you for this.
Oh, my, that was funny.
No problem. There's right from wheels on the line here.
Matron? Matron? Dr. Connolly, have you seen my husband?
Oh, I think he just popped out.
Really? Well, before I do, please tell him the delegate's getting restless.
Right.
All right, now you're going to go down to the police station, and you're going to give me a good
He's the sheriff of Nottingham now. Excuse me, madam. What are those balloons?
Connolly, take Mr. Leslie back from whence he came. I only hope my delegates are still in the building.
When do I get my 200 pounds?
Oh, take Mr. Leslie back from whence he came. All right, come on then.
Now, I like it here. Well, provided the wife and I can have a double bed.
You're going back to see your friends at Seaward.
All right. I'll just take this along and lighten the old codgers up a bit.
Come on, you.
Go ahead.
way satisfied. You can return to duty now.
Oh, I really don't think I quite up to that. I'm feeling quite drowsy.
Well, you had 100 milligrams of large Jackal.
I thought it was 50.
Well, whatever. Just sit there and recuperate, eh?
Well, good morning, boys.
Ah, yes,
Hey,
Will.
good morning out there.
Yes, sir.
Come inside your lecture or we'll have a riot.
Oh, yes, sir. Welcome, my fellow neurologists, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen.
Matron, may I remind you that this is the doctor's coming in?
I've had 50 or 100. I'm not sure which.
Come on, get these things off. There's no time to lose. Of course. Well, what?
You interfered with me just now.
No.
And then you said all the hell had been let loose down below.
Yes, all has been let loose down below. In me. That's why I interfered with you. Suppressing it for years. And when I saw you there, wounded, I couldn't control myself. Bonnie the bottom up.
What's my uniform doing in here?
Well, when I thought you were unattainable, I was going to take it home and cuddle it in bed.
Cuddle my uniform?
I expect you think that's foolish.
No, I don't. No, I think it's very, very moving.
Mayday.
And then I really think I must go and have a sleep.
Have several.
I think it may be in order for you to stop coming in you.
All right, you go upstairs and I'll join you there. I mean, I'll be up in a few minutes. Dr. Morgan, here we are!
You're supposed to be down at the police station with Leslie.
Thank God. No, listen.
In the middle of my lecture when your stupid voice came over the loudspeaker again.
All help in that loose, not enough security on.
No, it was bad enough. Me going down there with my trouser legs rolled up, wearing a stupid wig.
It's a disaster.
I know. So Willoughby Drake has taken over my Ponsonby lecture.
And the security office has been taken over by my mother.
Delivering my speech. My word! Your mother?
Yes, we were just about ready to go, and my mother arrived with the Christmas pudding.
Christmas pudding?
Yes, for the Christmas Day party. She always brings the puddings and crackers and then...
Shut up! You would just get rid of her.
It's too late. She introduced herself to Sergeant, who introduced her to Leslie, who thinks she's found his long lost friend.
I've got to get back to my lecture. You'll have to deal with it.
Deal with it? Look, Leslie's down there laughing and crying. The sergeant was shouting her head off at my mother's face.
I say.
What are you doing back here?
Well, I preferred it here.
Go back to your wall.
Certainly not. It's full of old men.
Go away!
Never mind him. You've got to go and tell my mother the truth.
You listen, your mother heard the truth. Listen, I got to deal with Drake.
Is he still having trouble with that spade?
But the sergeant said that you're not down there in 2 minutes. You asked Leslie.
Mr. Leslie, go.
I was this morning. I want to stop my...
Well, go again. Hey, come on, you fucker. Here we go. I'm trying to run again.
My mother?
Oh, she's doing fine. She and Leslie are getting along like a house on fire.
Yes, I can get back to my lecture now.
No, you've got to go tell Leslie and my mother who Leslie's father is.
They know who his father is. They think it's you and they think it's great.
No, I can't go
Oh,
on.
please, Dr. Barney, you must.
Yes, you must.
Well, you can't tell Leslie now. I mean, he's only just found you.
But now there's the police as well as my father.
Oh, think that I don't appreciate what you've already done. I mean, you've been magnificent. More than magnificent.
Only did what I had to do.
Well, you've been a real revelation to me.
Have I?
Yes, you touched me. Right here.
Oh, you don't hang about, do you? Look out, everybody! What are you doing back here?
I'm being chased by that ruddy sergeant and matron.
Matron?
Matron's supposed to be waiting for me in bed.
Oh, you're having a hell of a morning, aren't you?
Never mind that. What's happened? Well, in the first place, Matron turned up in the security office.
Oh, no. And the second place?
Well, when Matron said she was the one who fell from the window ledge, the sergeant seemed to hit the roof.
I can imagine that.
And then the sergeant said she's going to come back up here and question the other two matrons again.
No.
And she'll probably arrest me for attempted murder.
Oh, you poor baby.
Poor baby. We gotta get out of here. Upstairs and hide him in the Mrs. Bonnie. Yes.
Thank you, Rick.
Well, you shouldn't be up here.
Well, nonsense. If young Glasses in his bottom of bother with the police, he needs his grandmother.
Mother, things are not what they seem.
I know. I didn't think you had it in you, Hubert. It was a nice girl like her. Thank you.
Listen, I hate to interrupt the family reunion, but if Sergeant and Matron find Leslie up here, there's going to be a hell to pay. I just... Oh, my God. Sergeant and Matron are getting off the lift.
Now I want to take with the guy.
Get back in there, you. Oh, lad.
Don't tell me. It's Mother Goose.
You big cheeky old
Sister, get Mr. Leslie back in the bathroom.
Yes, and take my mother with me.
What? Go to the bathroom?
You put your foot in it, Mother. Is she a real mother or a balloon's up top, Mother? Get in there.
Just a moment, Sergeant. Yeah, we'll be right with you. Get ready. Get out of here. Come on. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Well, then get the both of us, matron. Well, I can assure you there aren't any other matrons in this hospital. All right, where's that fellow you're talking about? Well, he shot his brother and down in the security office. Who's that?
Yes, Dr. Bonnie, who is that?
It's poor old Mr. Leslie.
Oh.
Yes, excuse me. What did I say?
Yes, well, you know, all that bouncing is what gave him the cardiac arrest.
It's not surprising.
Yes,
Not surprising, is it? I mean, he comes here for gout, we operate for files, and he dies of cardiac arrest.
You better take her down to the mortuary. To the mortuary.
Hang on, what are you up to?
Naughty pussy.
You've met pussy, haven't you?
Now let's get Mr. Leslie out of here.
Give me all the big paper.
Nobody's spending a penny, not you, not
Matron is in no condition to answer questions, Sergeant. I think you're going to have to continue this after Christmas, Sergeant. Fred Astaire, very good. I don't think you're going to get much sense out of Matron today.
Oh,
haven't had much sense out of anyone in this place.
I read Sept, that.
Especially you two gentlemen.
Us?
Seems to me if anyone should know how many matrons there are in this hospital, it's you two.
Well, we do know there are 3. There's ear, nose, and throat, surgical and pathological.
Well, she thinks to think she's the only one.
Well, she would. She's pathological.
Dr.
Mortimer. Ah, yes, Sir Willoughby.
Oh, and you might have some explaining to do as well. Hurry, come back here!
Yes, Sir Willoughby.
What blazes is going on here?
Well, there's been an emergency. You say the matron has suffered a collapse. She has fits.
Matron has fits?
And starts. Brought on by overwork, you see.
And I suppose that Dr. Barney is suffering a collapse.
It's brought on by Dr. Mortimer.
Well, Dr. Mortimer, you might be interested in knowing that in your absence, I have completed your contemporary lecture.
I am abjectly sorry,
And I
Sir
must say I enjoyed myself enormously.
I do apologize. You did?
Yes, an excellent speech of yours, Mortimer. David. Sir David.
Thank you, Sir Willoughby. Let me get you a drink.
Yes, I think I like that. You were right about that entrance, too, weren't you? Rolled up trousers and a silly wig hat, the delegate sitting right up, and the junior health minister. I think I may use that in my farewell address. Yes. Rolled up trousers and the silly wig.
Ah, yes,
Thank you. Cheers. My first today. Fellow delegates from around the world, I wish to thank you from the heart of my bottom.
Well, Hubert, we're approaching the final hurdle.
I've been chased by the police, sir.
You're supposed to be dead.
Well, little more this than I will be. She kicked the bucket as well.
No, get back in that bathroom.
Well, I'm on off the morning in there.
Lovely. Have the other half.
I want the other half. Get up.
Hubert, we must make sure that matron is not questioned by the sergeant. I want you to help me get her up on that car. Come on, let's go. Here we go. Hero! Here we go. Come on. All right, wait. Here we go. Up we go now. Here. Oh, here. Come on, get the wheelchair. I'll hold her. Right, there we go. Through there. Here we go. After all, what are friends for, Hubert?
Haven't noticed very much friendship today.
David, darling, the Willoughby was absolutely beautiful. Lord! What's the matron doing upside down in a wheelchair?
No trick questions, please. Hey, Dad! Can't you stay out of the way for 5 minutes?
Molly, go home.
Oh, Mrs. Barney, how nice to see you. What are you doing in the hospital?
Let's think how nice to see you, shall we?
No tea time, Mom, is it?
More important than tea.
I just want you to know, Dad, that you needn't come to the police station with me.
I need.
No, Granny's coming with me instead.
Father, you shouldn't get involved.
Yes, Mrs. Bunny, you shouldn't get involved.
I don't know who doesn't know what, but you all ought to know that Aunt Deirdre's coming down the hall, and she's looking for Mr. Leslie.
Auntie, hold on, Deirdre.
Never mind. Just get rid of her. Come on. Get rid of her. Get her out of here. Shoot. Come on. I'll get it over. There we go. Here we go now. There. Easy does it. Put it up. Here we are.
Right, where's Mr. Leslie?
Sergeant.
Quick, the soldiers are raging around. Oh, Leslie, they're all here now. I was just asking about Mr. Leslie. You might like to know, madam, that I've just been chasing your late husband up and down the hospital corridors. And
and your late husband was doing about 20 miles per hour.
It's a miracle.
Oh, don't give me that.
Really, Sergeant? Chasing an old man like that would have given him a heart attack.
Oh, he's alive then, it's all right.
I think you're not married to Mr. Leslie, are you? Well,
Well, I went downstairs.
Yes, to take your grandson with you.
See, Mrs. Bonny, I think it's marvelous that you haven't let the news about Leslie upset you.
oh, well, I was a bit surprised at first.
Well, I think the only person we've got to break it really gently to is Dr. Barney's wife.
He was right.
It's okay, Gran. Mum explained to me that me dad was a married man.
Dr. Bonny! All right, which one of you lots going to tell me the end of this fairy tale?
Yeah, but you haven't been covering up a wife as well, have you?
I've lost track of what I've been covering up. I think the sooner you introduce me to your wife, the better, Dad. There's no need to introduce you to my wife.
Cuba,
Why not?
because there's a boy. Yes, it was a quickie.
Good God!
Well, they don't call him Speedy Gonzales for nothing, eh?
That's great. There's nothing to stop me from seeing you and Gran every day. Has this been the best day of your life, Dad?
Leslie, darling.
Now, Sergeant, as none of this has anything to do with my wife, she thinks she'd like to go home now.
Your wife can go home, Dr. Mortimer, after I've had some answers to a few of my questions. Like why matron pathological has a 6-inch syringe stuck in her backside. And why ear, nose, and throat and surgical after suffering primitive injections have disappeared off the face of the earth. Why Dr. Bonny has a wife he knows nothing about. A mistress he calls Mrs. Kate, Mrs. Leslie, and Miss Leslie, and a mother he calls Bonny. Why the doctors in this hospital can make some patients rise amazingly from dead, and at the same time, just those other patients are DOA, COD, or hit by number 34, BUS. Why there seems to be some permanent pantomime rehearsal running congruent with some vicar tea parties. Why the name Leslie seems to cover all forms of life, from an erotic dog to an unbalanced hunk. Why, if you have the name of Leslie or Kate, all of your relatives seem to have suffered fatal sliding accidents in the Himalayas? And why, if you have the aforementioned names of Leslie or Kate, you don't know who your mother or father are, and why am I beginning to think you're all a bunch of bastards?
What was that first question again, Sergeant?
Is it safe to come out now? Nice to see you again, Sergeant.
Hey!
I've got to tell you the truth about Leslie.
Dr. Mortimer?
Yes, we can't keep it up any longer. Prepare yourself for a shock.
Cedric, what is it?
This young man... Stop, Sergeant! This young man's father...
He's the greatest. That's who my dad is.
This young man is mine.
Oh, George. What's going on?
We sent for maintenance, Sergeant!
When you say yours,
Mine and Miss Tate.
when you say yours and hey,
Don't blame her. I was young, handsome, virile.
are you telling me that you were...
I'm telling you, she couldn't help herself.
Oh, but you did.
Maintenance is on the way, Sergeant.
What are you trying to pull?
Paul?
My mum wouldn't have an affair with the vicar.
It was 19 years ago.
Even when you were a curate, she wouldn't have fallen for you. Dr. Bonny's my dad, isn't he? He's good and kind and sensitive and lovable and thoughtful and generous. And he's a hero.
Leslie, dear,
You're a pompous twit.
So what?
I don't even look like you.
Well, I'm glad you don't.
You couldn't be my dad.
Well, I wish you were, but I am. Oh, I've never seen anybody like you but Tank.
Tell me he's lying, Mum.
Leslie,
Tell me he's lying. I found my dad, Dr. Bonny. It's got to be Dr. Bonny.
Oh, son,
Of course, I'm your father, Leslie.
What?
Let us stick to the truth, my dear. David, thank you but you needn't take on my responsibilities anymore.
Needn't I?
No. Oh, I knew it.
Who did I?
My dad doesn't tell lies, do you, Dad? not, lad. I just want you to know that I can cope, and I'm very happy with things as they are.
Well, as long as you're happy.
Yes, I'm happy.
And Miss Tate.
Oh, she is.
Well, I just thought I was in a better position to provide for the boy.
Very unselfish gesture on your part, David.
Oh, yes, quite unlike you, David.
Well, anything for old Hubert, you know.
We don't need the biggest money, do we?
Definitely not.
Well, a small donation wouldn't harm us. We're discussing maintenance.
Yes, well, there's no reason I can't be a sort of uncle to the boy, eh?
Well, I think it's all settled and it's down to the police station. And back to our house for a cup of tea.
All right.
Oh, I do make a nice cup of tea then.
Come on, Gran. Are you ready, Mrs. Baldwin?
Hubert, is that a proposal?
Well, I missed out 19 years ago. I'd be a fool to make the same mistake.
I think you've got some explaining to do, Your Reverend.
Well, let's go and mingle with the delegates first, eh?
David, that boy's eyes are brown.
So?
Hubert's are blue, so are Nurse Tate. Impossible to have a baby with brown eyes.
I think there are medical exceptions.
And the boy's wide mouth.
I really hadn't noticed.
Oh, and he's so devastatingly good looking.
You think so? Really? I mean, no, I don't think that.
David, it's reassuring to know that you were human once.
What do you mean, once?
You've become very stodgy lately.
Stodgy? Me?
You were far less dreary when you used to have the odd affair.
Rosemary, that's a terrible thing to say.
You talked about it 10 years ago, didn't you?
I don't know.
Well, I do. When you went off the boil with me, too.
Off the boil?
Now, mind you, I don't suggest for a minute you return to the old days in the loose room.
Rosemary!
But a bit more activity at home would do us so powerful good.
I rather enjoyed that.
Let's go mingle with the delegates.
Rosemary, I think I've been a very lucky man.
And I've been a very lucky woman.
No.
Oh, yes. What do you think Dr. Bonnie and I were up to all those nights you were rolling around the soup room?